Oh my god, it's weird to be back in Sumeru. But here goes nothing. Hi guys, we're gonna be testing out the, new-ish story quest. I don't know if I'm gonna get this out the first week, but it's this new story quest. Apparently I think Florand is in it, and a few other characters that we know and love. As well as it has something to do with our long-lost sister. Because I did pick the male character. So let's dive on in.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon-class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Do you think the person is our sister?
Well, that's us for sure.
Flattery will get you everywhere with Paimon.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot.
Okay.
If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing. But the problem is, they don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be some sort of a prank or something?
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their appearance and tone of voice, they seemed incredibly sincere. Besides, putting up a commission requires a processing fee. There aren't many upsides to a prank that costs Mora to carry out.
Yeah, that does make sense. I don't know, that is really weird.
In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
I don't know how to speculate on that.
Alright then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Alright, let's go see. Bedtime Story. Oh, it's making me sleepy just thinking about it. God, I miss Sumeru. It's making me so sad.
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara village.
Ah, so you're here about that then. You're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all. To be honest, we aren't holding out much hope. Many adventurers have made their way out here, confident they'd be able to help us, only to leave soon after with nothing to show for their efforts. We've pretty much had it up to here in questions, and the area around the village has practically been overturned in search of clues. But no one has been able to make any headway.
So, this person we're looking for, what's his name? Where did he live? Does he have any relatives?
I don't know. I really have no clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are really sick of answering questions.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound short with you. I was actually just giving you my answer to your questions.
Is there anything else you can tell us?
I know it may seem like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of him. When
Oh,
you live
him.
in the same village
Oh yeah,
as
she
someone,
said it was a
you
guy.
develop a lot of memories together,
Well, that
you
rules
know?
out my theory. The, like, little tiny, like, strand that I had of a theory. I have no idea.
We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
Alright, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion. Very interesting guy, that one.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
We've got some light glitch happening over here.
But of course, everyone
my
in the
goodness.
village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays. So genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village, there's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Maybe he turned into a hilly churl.
Huh. Alright, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more.
I know that's not really how that works. You gotta be from Conria. I was playing that quest. I'm so back. I'm so quest logged. Like, way backlogged on quests. And I was doing the one for the, called Unfinished Comedy. In Fontaine. Oh my god. When that kid turned into a hilly churl, I should have been ready, but I wasn't.
Is that guests I hear?
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly, or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much.
Yeah, he seems chill. They're trying to get us emotionally invested to find this guy.
But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
Of course not.
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think?
I got nothing. Yeah, nothing's adding up.
I don't think so, too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
I would say it's more like he's someone who only exists in people's memories.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased, necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with? Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one. Someone who only exists in people's memories?
Or he erased certain things. I don't know. I'm trying to think of where we've heard of something like this before. Yeah. Yeah. Nahida's previous reincarnation, I guess. You could say. I don't even know how to how to explain it. I understand it, but I don't know how to explain it. Like some sort of mass alteration of people's memories.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived, right? You're here for the Vamara Village Commission?
Ooh, I really like the way they designed her outfit.
Yep, sure are. We were just looking into the case.
It looks comfy.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission.
She's very important, since she got her own outfit.
By the way, I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you. You have to find him.
We'll try to track him down.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
I swear to God, if it's Dain, I'm gonna be like, Dain, how could you? Oh my goodness, why can't I get up this hill? Okay. I gotta say, I do miss the Wuthering Waves jumps and like pulling yourself over stuff. It's equally satisfying and easy to use. Makes it easy to explore.
Is this the place? Under this tree?
It was Dain's hideout.
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamara Village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child.
Do you think that it was her dad?
I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all.
Yeah, that's rough.
Everyone has their own problems.
I know how that is.
Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden.
That's what family is for. I get what you mean.
Really? You know exactly how I feel?
I used to have someone like that, a family member I could talk to no matter what. But now I have a lot of friends who understand me and would be happy to hear me out.
Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me.
Aw.
Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow, you two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore.
Aw.
I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Rip if it's like child or something.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help.
You're fine. You helped us understand who he is, at least.
The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler?
It was always at the same time of day, and time never seemed to pass. Based on what we learned, this is definitely not a regular missing persons case. What Atossa just told us about time could be the key to unraveling this whole mystery. Hilly churls! I knew it!
Hey,
Just kidding.
look at those hilly churls over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange?
Oh, are they trying to take off their masks? Honestly, I just thought they were being hilly churls, you know? Look at that abyss mage. So sus.
The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this?
Oh my god, I hate it when they do that.
We've been spotted! Quick, get ready to fight!
When they pop up, and you're just like, no, I'm just trying to run through, but they keep following you.
Let me scribe. Written in the stars.
Fight my level 90 Mona.
Coming at ya! A proper send-off from Destina with love.
Shadows of Fates.
Hey there! Hey there!
To ashes.
Hey there!
Hooray! My Navia is so much stronger.
Thank you so much. I wasn't expecting monsters to show up. If you hadn't been here, I'm not sure what I would have done.
It was no trouble.
The question we should be asking now is, what is the Abyss Order doing around here?
Now that I think about it, the healing trolls around Vilmara village have been a lot more active lately. They seem agitated and would often attack anything in sight. Chief Amadea doesn't allow the children to play in the area around the village anymore.
Maybe the Abyss Order really is involved. Well, we should head back and check out the situation in Vimara village just in case. If the Abyss Order is plotting something that could spell trouble for the villagers.
I still think it's Dain. I think Dain's doing everything. It's gotta be his fault.
Wait a second. The person... It's Dain's live!
What did I say? Frickin' Dain, man.
Ah, it's you two.
I mean, I knew he was in the quest. I just was like, it's gotta be Dain. Everything must be his fault. Bowkeeper.
Oh, a friend of yours?
Bowkeeper? I thought he was a knight.
Well, I'll leave you all to it then. I should head back to the village and check up on Chief Amadea and the others anyway. Well, see you later.
Yep, see you later, Atossa!
You would see this man on the road and you wouldn't be like, man, I gotta talk to that guy. I guess you could run away, be like, I don't, he's sus.
Mission to jump scare us or something?
It is.
It's hardly personal, or intentional for that matter.
Oh, he's so
As
cool.
long as you and I are both in pursuit of the Abyss Order, we're bound to cross paths.
He better be playable one day. I want to play him so bad.
Ah, so you're here to investigate the Abyss Order then. That would explain the monsters you were fighting just now.
Naturally. Hold on. Are you not here for the same purpose?
We're also on their tail, but I'll admit we ran into them on accident.
No matter. It may have taken you a while to catch on, but I'm sure you've also realized by now that there's something strange about this place. The Abyss Order is most certainly planning something in this area. Or worse, their plan could already be in motion.
So you think the Abyss Order is behind the hilly trail activity in the area?
As things stand, I highly doubt that is their primary motive. I would imagine the increased hilichurl activity is merely a byproduct of whatever it is they're really trying to accomplish.
Oh,
Still, the hilichurl activity is causing a lot of problems for the people here. We should stick around for a while and protect the village, don't you think?
The best way to protect them is by figuring out what the Abyss Order is truly planning. That is how we prevent further tragedy.
well, let's see what more we can learn from the villagers. And after that, you owe us many answers.
And you shall have them. I never intended to hide anything from you.
Oh my god, here he goes.
Don't worry. There should be ample time to talk.
It seems, but you're always there and then gone in a flash. Like, how do we have ample time? I don't believe it.
So that was the commission that brought you here to Vimara Village. Someone who seems to only exist in people's memories. That is indeed quite intriguing. I would agree that it's unlikely you have a simple missing persons case on your hands. However, any possible connection to the Abyss Order is still unclear.
You know, I was thinking, if this man, if he is ever playable, I feel like he would be a 5-star. He would be like in his own class. He would be like a 6-star.
It appears all we have
And they'd only like run him once or something.
hilichurl activity. And that is certainly not much to go off of.
Well then.
Right! That mysterious voice he heard in his sister's memory. The one who called himself a sinner. Who is he?
Traveler, let me ask you this. Do you believe your sibling to have betrayed you?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
I sense hesitation in your words. After all, you still haven't figured out the whole truth of what happened.
The music is sus.
There's still hope for the two of you to reconcile. Irreparable damage has not yet been done. The sinner you wish to know about, his situation is different. He and his fellow sinners have long betrayed me, and long betrayed their nation. His name is Vedderfolnir, the Visionary. I'm loath to admit it, but he is also my kin, my older brother.
Your brother?
What happened between the two of you? What really happened in Conria back then?
There were 5 of them, the 5 sinners of Conria. The wise Roptatir, the visionary Vedderfolnir, Gold Rhindaughter, the foul Sertologi, and Rehir of Solnari, Rerir.
Oh, this is so much information. We've heard this one before. I don't remember any of the other ones. And these names, like, there's no way I could ever pronounce this. Vedderfolnir. I feel like I can get this one since he said it a couple times. And then, of course, Rhindaughter isn't that hard. But Sertologi. But this one...
No matter how eroded my memory may become, I will never forget their names. One day, I shall have my vengeance.
Oh.
Wait, some of those names sound really familiar. Rhindaughter
Yes.
is the one who created Albedo. Sertologi Logi is Skirk's master.
So Rhine-daughter is Klea's mom then. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I was like, no, I might be wrong. I didn't want to say it. Okay, and the Sir Logi is Skirk. Okay, Skirk's master. Okay, yeah, we know that.
And the one we just learned about, Dain's brother, Vedafomir. If he was the voice of the sinner, then the one who inspired Clotar to create the Abyss Order was him.
Oh, Lord. Somehow it's all connected. If that's true, then the stone slates we found in that ruin in Fontaine, the ones that outlined Fontaine's prophecy, that was likely Vedafonir's doing as well.
They were once people of great esteem in Canria, those who carried the hopes of the nation. They were the best of their peers, outstanding in their respective fields. 6 of us, together. We should have been the ones to prevent the disaster. The ones to stop the Vinster King from continuing to rock the foundation of the world. Yet, deep within, the 5 of them craved something more. They could not resist the call of the Abyss, and divided among themselves a power that could destroy the world. So they became sinners, but also transcendent beings, each in possession of world-shattering power.
The way he talks about it, do you think he's one of them?
And when the cataclysm occurred,
No, right?
not one of them stood up in defense of their nation. Not one came forward to prevent the tragedy, and for that, they shall never have my forgiveness.
And then my sister came into contact with your brother. Do you think they're identical twins? That would be really funny.
If they are not
Oh yes,
stopped,
my older
the
brother,
day is
by a
sure
minute.
to come when they will also betray the entire world.
It must be hard to talk about all of this, but thank you for telling me.
Of course. As I said, I never intended to hide anything from you.
So, Dain, what have you been looking into all this time?
I've continued to investigate the questions surrounding the Loom of Fate. It's been quite some time since the initial operation was launched. By retrieving the eye of the first field tiller, we were able to stop part of their plan from coming to fruition.
Oh, Paimon remembers! Weren't they going to use it to
Oh, that
corrupt
was
the
so
file and make
long
it die or
ago.
something?
Oh, that was like light years ago.
Indeed. However, it's obvious that was just some sort of technical experiment.
It was in Mondstadt, where the dragon is. Oh my goodness, I can't remember the name of it.
The eye was integral to their plan, yet somehow, despite failing to obtain it, they've skipped the experimental phase and found some other way to keep moving forward. There are many signs pointing to that effect.
Then, what should we do? It's not too late, is it?
Our most pressing concern is to determine the purpose of the Loom of Fate. From there, we'll be able to deduce the Abyss Order's true objective.
Oh,
Based on the intel I've gathered so far, I suspect the Loom of Fate is related to the ley lines in some way.
The ley lines?
Traveler, you were able to observe your siblings' memories last time, yes? I believe that was due to the fact that the ley lines in that area were unstable.
oh no.
My recent investigation has shown that Abyss Order activity in a particular area is usually followed by a series of issues with the ley lines.
And one of the things that flows through the ley lines are memories.
Wait, then our commission here in Vamara Village, the person who seems to exist only in people's memories, could it be connected?
Memories, ley lines, the Loom of Fate, the missing person that doesn't seem to exist. What's the connection?
It's certainly possible. I'll join your investigation tomorrow. This missing persons case could very well turn out to be the key to unraveling these mysteries.
Well, if we're teaming up with Dain again, we're gonna need all the energy we can get. Let's try investigating somewhere a little further away tomorrow.
Oh, new day. Big yawn. That was so loud.
I used way too much brain juice yesterday. It's all Dain's fault saying all that complicated stuff.
I didn't sleep well either. My head's a mess.
Well, let's go find Dain. We've got a lot to do today.
My, that was a lot. That was like actually a lot of time that you were stuck in the quest and you couldn't leave.
Dain? Hello, Dain? Why are you just zoning out over here?
He's doing the think.
Did something happen?
The missing person from your commission. Could you describe them to me?
Oh, young guy? Early 20s? Seriously, Dain, what's going on?
There appear to be certain memories in my mind that weren't there before. Memories of him.
Wow, he actually he actually seemed concerned. It's like he doesn't usually have much emotion, you know.
Maybe we just talked too much about him yesterday and you had a weird dream or something?
No, it wasn't a dream. They're memories. Memories that suddenly appeared in my mind after I woke up. And I'm certain I've never met this person before.
Well, what did you remember exactly?
I remember handing him the eye of the first field tiller.
What? Okay, so this missing person definitely has something to do with the Abyss Order then.
Indeed. And it appears he possesses the ability to implant memories into the minds of others.
How is that even possible?
Wait then. All the memories the villagers have of him, could they be fake too? Maybe they never knew him at all. But why would he do something like that?
Whatever the Abyss Order is planning, an important truth has been revealed to us this morning.
Well, if he can implant memories, it sure seems like he can't take them away. At least not completely.
What sort of truth?
That their goal is still to obtain the eye of the first field tiller. They haven't stopped searching for it. I am the only person who knows its location. Perhaps implanting that particular memory was an attempt to interfere with my mind in some way.
Is the eye still safe?
Your concerns are not entirely unfounded. I don't believe the Abyss Order is capable of altering reality like that just yet. However, considering their single-minded pursuit of the eye, I would say an equal level of caution is in order on our part. Come with me. We must check whether the eye is still in our possession.
Okay.
Oh, so you're going to take us to where you hid it?
But what if someone follows us? If we go straight there and someone is on our tail, aren't we just exposing its location? Maybe that's the reason the Abyss Order implanted the memory in the first place, to force Dain to confirm the eye's location. Given what I know about him, though, I'm sure Dain has already thought of that possibility. It seems like he might already have a plan. Let's go.
Of course.
He seems so chill. He used to be so emo, and now he's just like, what's up? Ooh, I love the chasm. Or chasm, or however you're supposed to say it. I haven't been here much. And I never finished fully exploring it. I have like a decent amount, yeah, 96% out here. But inside the chasm, it's much worse. Oh, it's 98. Not bad.
So you hid it way out here? Not an easy place to discover, that's for sure. Well, let's go check to see if it's safe.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
I just had a thought, but I'm not gonna say it because that might sound stupid. It might sound stupid. I don't know. Give me a second. He's so serious. It's a tiny little rock hole. Party level 90. Alright. I think she's probably strong enough, honestly. But Nahida
I've been waiting for you for ages.
would like to join the team. Oh, it wants us to have fire.
Ta-da! Clee's here.
Ta-da! Into the chasm we go. Deep into sad Conria. Conria must have been huge. It was the whole world, right? Because it's all the way in Inazuma and here. Shroomies!
Everyone hold hands. Jumpy, jumpy.
Oh, the music is interesting.
La, la, la.
Do it! Do the thing!
Commit it to memory. Yeah.
It appears the mechanisms here have changed over time. You can access the upper floor through the side door. Perhaps you should try reactivating the mechanism over there.
Oh, this is like an intense lock or something. Can I not get it? I want it though. Glowy flowers. Cobwebs. Wait, what was down there? Oh, nothing. I thought maybe it fell down. This was totally a perfect spot to get ambushed. Hey, dude.
Grow, grow, grow. Yeah. This place hurt a little.
Oops.
Haven't won yet.
Blazing delight. Yeah. Jumpy, jumpy, go.
Oh, Jesus. No, too soon, too soon.
Yay, I did it.
Oh, wait. No, I didn't.
Grow, grow, grow.
Oops. I keep trying to hit 3. Okay, there we go.
Disappear! Here! Worthless!
Oh. Puzzle? Puzzle?
Make sure all the runes are pointing in the direction indicated by the light. That should unlock the mechanism.
Oh, I see, I think. So that one has to go there. Oh, okay. So then we turn it once. We turn it like that, and then this one is that.
Ah, the door's open. Let's go. Our destination is just up ahead.
He's acting like he didn't set all this up. I mean, how else did he get it in here? Can I jump in it? Oh, I can't. I was too curious. I should probably heal my team. One, two, three, four. There's 5. So maybe those were the 5 that he was talking about?
Looks like we can't go any further.
Be on your guard. I sense the presence of the abyss.
It's the Abyss Order!
They're
They're here!
here. Okay.
Memory.
I am not equipped to handle this. Alright. I just don't know what his moves are, so I'm trying to be careful.
Roll.
Oh, Makita. Jesus. Damn it.
Get out of my way!
Oh, Jesus.
Let's wait for the
This is crazy. I do not have enough for all this. All I can do is like a ton of this. It's nigh. They all say nigh. Every single one of them. Oh my god. Oh my god.
was an accident.
There we go, we got him.
Just as I suspected.
Man, Klee's failing me.
The false memories were a trap. The Abyss Order just wanted to follow us here. Now that they're in the vicinity, we should have a chance to see.
Dain? What's wrong?
Can you feel that? There's been a disturbance in the ley lines. It must be the work of the Abyss.
No way.
Wow, you must be really sensitive to that sort of thing. Paimon doesn't feel it.
You too. Do as I say. Use that mechanism over there and leave this place.
Should we?
The Abyss Order is putting something in motion. If you return to Vimara Village, I suspect you might finally have the opportunity to locate the missing villager. Just think of it as a way to divide and conquer.
Okay, if you got this. I mean, I don't know. This man's lived for how many hundreds of years? He can figure it out. I think Dain might be a different person. Oh. Oh.
I knew going along with your trap would be the only way to meet with you face to face.
You risked your safety and that of the Eye? That's quite the gamble, Dainsleif. But I believe that I am the one walking into a trap laid by the Twilight Sword.
So you came here all on your own? What about those followers of yours?
When the Twilight Sword is prepared for battle, any army I could send would only be marching to their doom. Better that I face you alone.
I'm confused.
I know you must have a lot to say. But if it's a conversation you want, you'll have to defeat me first.
Acceptance. Then do you think that Lamine is his sibling? Then does that mean Dain is...
The Abyss Order's on the move. The ley lines are all out of whack.
Then that means
Hurry back to
Dain...
Vimara Village and see what's going on.
Dain is us.
If you ever want to trade tack,
This is not a time to be messing around, Vito. Okay, I really need to heal. I can't heal. Damn it. I really need to though, I don't have... Everyone dies, I'm fucked.
Hey, look at those hilly trails over there.
Apparently these hilly trails seem calm.
Weren't they acting super agitated just a little while ago? Why are they so calm all of a sudden?
Oh, they're looking at the butterflies. Oh no. What's happening?
In the New World, they bade farewell to the shrouded sun. At last, they no longer needed to dwell on their suffering, or try to differentiate between various thoughts of blasphemy. Such was the price they paid, and thus their souls became cleansed and pure.
Did you hear that? What was that sound just now?
Someone's voice.
It sounded so gentle. Could that voice be comforting the hilly trails in some way?
But that was my voice. That was Zach's voice. That was 100% Zach's voice.
This is weird. Let's check if this is happening anywhere else. Looks like the same thing is happening over here too. The hilly trails are calm.
You see, we're both still here. We've reclaimed an endless amount of time to love. Release your tears. You no longer need to hold back your sorrow.
Is he talking to the Hilichurls? Nothing in the boxes. Butterflies. Nahid is all about the butterflies.
It looks like they're sleeping.
In the end, he whispered softly, "Sleep well, Father. Sleep well, my beloved people."
Sorry guys, there's like a helicopter passing over the house. If you hear that.
When you awake, that which differentiates us shall be no more.
It almost sounds like a poem or some kind of story. Well, now that the Hilichurls have calmed down, Vimara Village should be safe at least. Let's put this situation to the side for now. Dain said this might be our chance to find the missing villager, so we should head back to Vimara Village before it's too late.
Do you think there really is a missing village? I mean, a missing villager.
Grandpa Amadea, is everyone alright? The Abyss Order seems to be up to something nearby.
The Abyss Order? This is the first I'm hearing of it. Thank you for your concern. But as far as I'm aware, it's been business as usual here in the village.
Well, that's good to hear. Oh, also, you didn't happen to come across any clues about the missing villager while we were gone, did you?
Hmm? Someone's gone missing, you say? Who would that be?
Huh?
Things just got even more complicated.
You know, the young guy from Vimara Village. The one you've been looking for all this time. You posted a commission with the Sumeru Adventurers Guild.
Oh, that's crazy. So now nobody remembers anything, probably.
That's kind of the whole reason we're here, actually. Your missing persons commission.
Ah, I do apologize, you two. I hope I'm not worrying you too much. I'm sure it's just my age making me forgetful again. At least right now, I can't seem to recall whatever it is you're referring to. Perhaps you should try asking someone else.
But how is that? All right. Thanks for your help, Grandpa Amadea. Something's definitely not right. We just talked to Grandpa Amadea about the missing villager. There's no way he could have forgotten all about him just like that. What do you think, Traveler?
I mean, he could have
Could
amnesia.
everyone's memories of the missing villager have been erased again?
I mean, I think we should probably see. Yeah.
You're right. We should narrow down the possibilities first. Let's go ask someone else then.
Someone's gone missing? Who?
Just as expected. That guy you said a bunch of nice things about earlier? The one you always used to chat with. He's around 20 years old, and you said he was a kind, warm-hearted person?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Really? You remember?
There aren't many young people who've earned that kind of praise from me. If you're certain that's what I said, then there's only one person who fits the bill. No doubt about it. But why'd you say he's gone missing?
Have you seen him recently?
Yeah, I just saw him leave the village. There was someone else with him, too. They couldn't have gone far.
Well, it couldn't be Dain because that other girl saw Dain and she didn't respond.
Remember him? And
Right?
apparently he just saw him? Do you think maybe it's not that there's something wrong with people's memories, but that we've somehow returned to a time before he went missing?
I doubt returning to the past would be that simple. Given everything Dain mentioned about disturbances with the ley lines, I'd say it's far more likely that this is related to memories in some way. I need to think carefully what's really going on. People have forgotten about the missing person. We've returned to the point where before the disappearance took place. or presently traversing someone's memories. And go with this one.
If this person only exists in people's memories, maybe we're in someone's memory right now.
Right! Paimon totally forgot about the ley line disturbances. We're in someone else's memory. Just like how you entered your sibling's memory last time. That would also explain why we seem to be at a time before he went missing. It's a memory after all.
If we really are in someone's memory, then this is our chance to find him.
Right. If he's someone who only exists in people's memories, then we're finally on the same turf. But didn't Bayron just say that he saw him leave the village with someone? Where should we go look for him? Who knows how long this ley line disturbance is gonna last? We might not have that much time, and we don't even know whose memory this is.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Good idea. That'll help us narrow things down. We pretty much figured out that the missing villager has the ability to
implant memories into the minds of others.
Right! That! Could we try to figure out more about him using what we know of his ability? Like, does it maybe leave a trace that would somehow give him away?
Implanting memories into the minds of others must be an imperfect process. There's no way the new memories could perfectly blend in with the old ones. There has to be some kind of tell. False memories are easily forgotten, but then they would forget everything, right?
There's a difference between memories that arise from lived experiences and those that are implanted into the mind. Perhaps it has something to do with time. Maybe not. We don't have any way to prove whether certain memories were simply forgotten or never existed in the first place.
Time does not pass within false memories.
If time was allowed to pass within the false memories, there's a higher chance they might conflict with someone's original recollection.
That makes
It
sense.
would make it much harder to avoid suspicion.
No wonder! All this time and the sky hasn't changed a bit. That must mean time isn't passing.
Yeah, it's definitely not, because we've been hearing the same song.
That's the tell of the fake memories.
Oh my god, that makes so much sense.
The implanted memories are basically taking place outside of the regular 24 hours of the day. If the memories included the regular passage of time, it would be easy for people to tell that something was off. Like there could be overlap or something. People might start to wonder why they remember doing two different things at the same time of day. That's why he makes sure the memories take place at a specific moment in time rather than over a period of time.
If we consider this in conjunction with what we already know, then the question of whose memory this is seems to have an obvious answer. What? This is what I've been in the back of my mind, right? What I've been saying. So we gotta try that.
Dainsleif had memories implanted into his mind. Could it be that it's happened more than once? No.
Okay.
That doesn't seem right. I need to think about this some more.
Okay.
The color of the sky coincides with the moment in time she described.
Oh, right! That's exactly what Atosa described!
Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just like right now. Time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Yep, that has to be it. This is definitely Atosa's memory.
But other people remembered that person too.
Yeah, that's where they'll be.
Right?
Committed to memory.
I guess other people might have had memories, but it might not have been at this time of the day. Atosis just happened to be at this time of the day.
So, you see, Granny Jahiet was a mercenary when she was younger. She just talks like that out of habit. She's not trying to scare the children on purpose. Oh, there I go again. Always talking about my own things. Do you maybe have anything you want to share? It's okay if you don't. You could also just talk about what you think of me?
Oh, I think you're an incredibly strong and thoughtful young woman.
Okay. I kind of like, at least his face. I was gonna say this part of his design, but that's basically just his face. I don't really like the garb that they wore in,
You'll meet many amazing people and
Conria.
a very happy life. You won't miss someone like me.
It also triggers me, because that guy from the Caribert, oh my god, he was so annoying. From the story quest.
Your friends over there?
Oh, but it's different. It's not a full, toga. Why does he look familiar? He got the Prima Gem eyes.
Oh, right. This version of Atosa hasn't met us yet.
Friends? I guess you could say that. It must have taken them a lot of effort to find me. So, I should see what they need. I'm sorry, Atosa. We'll have to continue this conversation another time.
Another time, huh? Yeah, okay. I'll head back to the village then. Talk to you some other time.
Oh, she likes him. He's like, bro, I ain't got time for that.
It's nice to see you, Traveler. I believe this is the first time we've met.
You're... Factoring in the memories, the Abyss Order, the Loom of Fate, and everything else, I need to think of the one person that can connect all of this together. No way!
Born into abject sorrow, he shall now become the Loom of Fate. You're Caribert Alberic.
Oh. You know me? That's quite the surprise. I don't believe I've met you before.
Oh my gosh. His voice reminds me of what I would think Sebastian from Stardew would sound like.
Oh, I see. It was the memory, wasn't it? Your sibling's memory. You saw the me from back then. This is Atosa's memory. I came here to say goodbye to her. But I suppose I'll just leave her a message instead. Come, let's find somewhere else to talk.
I don't know what that says. I don't know what that means. Are we supposed to know? How pretty. Hi, Caribert. What is this place?
I suppose you could call it the realm of my consciousness. I'm someone who no longer exists in the real world, after all. As you well know.
You look quite exhausted.
It's nothing. I still have enough strength to play the part of a good host. I've always hoped that I'd get the chance to talk to you like this. And now, the time has finally arrived.
It's a rare opportunity for me as well. I should try to learn as much information from Caribert as I can. What exactly happened to you?
Extreme sorrow and pain. Hope and regret coursing through your veins. And a degree of abyssal power that defies comprehension. Father told me that once I possessed all those elements, I would become the loom of fate. But despite his intentions for me, I never truly became the loom of fate. I was merely used as a means for its construction. In truth, I died the moment I set everything in motion. The person you see before you now is nothing but a remnant of consciousness left over within the loom of fate.
Caribert is dead. That's why he no longer exists outside of people's memories.
As for your question, the loom of fate is a device capable of weaving ley lines.
Weaving ley lines?
In its primitive form, it can only be used to create and implant memories. But as more of it is completed, its power becomes stronger and stronger, until finally, it has the power to weave real ley lines of its own. Once fully completed, the moment it gains the power to weave ley lines, it loses the lower level ability to influence memories. But it also becomes a tool that can change the entire world.
So that was the source of your ability to implant memories.
Yes. I have the ability to control the loom in its semi-completed form. I suppose you can think of it as a form of compensation. After all, its existence cost me my life.
So the memories that suddenly appeared in Dain's mind were implanted by Caribert through the half-finished Loom of Fate. That makes sense, but I'm still lost as to why he went so far as to introduce himself to all the residents of Vermeer Village. I think he was lonely.
Ah, that. I was wrong to implant those memories. I'm sorry I caused so much trouble. Not only for everyone in the village, but for you as well. I just wanted them to feel like I once existed in this world.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
As if I had a chance at life. I know what you must be thinking. Why would I do something so meaningless? But I just couldn't accept it.
Accept what?
I had to know what it would be like if I had my own life. What kind of person I would be. What other people would think of me. Chief Amadia, Baram, Granny Jahiyat, Atosa.
Aww.
What would it be like if I could live alongside them? No cataclysm, no curse.
Oh, Genshin, no.
Just a quiet life in a peaceful village.
Don't make me feel things.
I was curious, so I selfishly tried to have my own life. Even if that meant piecing together the version of myself that could have been. One memory at a time. I know it sounds stupid. After all, my life ended a long time ago. Any chance at living was stripped away from me when I was 8 years old. My consciousness left to mature in an illusory world of nothingness. Even the form you see before you was nothing but an invention based on my father's appearance. And an imagined version of what I would look like if I had the chance to grow up.
That's so crazy. See, my issue is we played this Caribert story quest so long ago that I couldn't have put this together. But this isn't all that's in this. There's a whole thing with Chlorand and stuff, I think. So I'm kind of confused. You know, everyone's looking for you.
I know. But there's nothing I can do to make them find me. If I could exist in the real world, I would return without a second thought and surprise them with the suddenness of it all. But, well, that's not possible for me.
Maybe that's going to be in another quest that hasn't dropped yet. I really thought it was this one, though. Because it was, I think it was a part of the Dain quest. Even though you only appeared in their memories, your existence was a great comfort to them. They all believe you once lived among them.
I know.
Well, now that I've found you, let's continue this conversation some other time. Dain might still need my help.
Captain Dainsleif. Twilight Sword, you mean? No need to meet up with him. Things should already be settled on his end.
Settled?
Exactly. As someone who could only exist in people's memories, the fact that I'm able to talk to you in my consciousness like this can only mean one thing. The Loom of Fate has already been completed.
What does that mean? That means the eye of the first field tiller must have fallen into the hands of the Abyss. Could something have happened to Dain?
No need to worry about Captain Dainsleif. He's absolutely fine. The only reason he lost the eye was because I happened to guess exactly what he was planning. Captain Dainsleif has had the eye inside his body this whole time, hasn't he? His plan was to lure the Abyss Order to a false location, capitalizing on their pursuit of the eye in order to have the chance to confront the princess.
How could he hide it in his body? Did he consume it? What?
He would then hand the eye to you and tell you to take it away from that location. That way, Captain Dainsleif could accomplish his own goal and ensure the safety of the eye all at once. A very thorough plan.
But he never handed it to me.
That's right, because in his mind, he had given it to you already.
Does that mean he gave Dain a false memory? Made him think that when?
Before you two entered that false location.
Traveler, wait. We've no time to lose. Let's head inside.
That was when I implanted the memory of him handing you the eye. Given the tense situation at that time, Captain Dainsleif failed to notice anything out of the ordinary, and took that memory to be real. I'm sorry, Traveler, but I needed the Loom of Fate to be completed. And to do that, we had to retrieve the eye.
Why did you give it to the Fatui, you dumbass? So Dain had it the whole time until the Abyss Order took it away. I'm not sure if there's anything we could have done. What are you planning on doing with it?
I promise I'm not trying to conceal anything from you, but I truly have no idea what the princess is planning. Tevat's ley line system is deeply entrenched in the planet. Creating new ley lines can neither replace nor extend the ones that already exist. In the face of everything they could be planning, I fear I'm too insignificant to even get a glimpse of the bigger picture. In any case, I had my own use for the Loom of Fate, and my goal, at least, has been achieved.
Your goal?
You remember my father, don't you? Clotar Alberic. I believe you saw him in your sibling's memory, after he used the power of the Abyss to restore consciousness to my hilichurl form. I suffered from an indescribable level of mental anguish. To comfort me, my father told me a story. That this was a fairy tale world where I had to take on the form of a little monster. That story managed to dispel my fears. Even if just for a moment. My goal was simple. To use the Loom of Fate in its near-completed form. When its ability to create memories was at its strongest. To implant a specific memory into the minds of the Hilichurls. In that memory...
Yeah, that's why he did that. He didn't want them to suffer.
It was a story of fairy tales and love. But more than anything, it was the story of us.
So the thing that caused the Hilichurls to calm down back then was Caribert's story. I really thought that was the Traveler talking when we heard that, but I guess it was this guy. It really sounded like Zack to me, though. So that was his goal. That was the only thing he wanted. He had a device as powerful as the Loom of Fate at his disposal, and all he wanted to do was offer the Hilichurls a moment of comfort and peace.
I can't change the world. Not when I lost the very right to exist within it. Implanting those memories, that was the most worthwhile thing I could offer.
Perhaps.
All that's left of my existence is a wisp of residual consciousness tied to the Loom of Fate. In truth, that trace of my consciousness should have dissipated long ago. My goal was the one thing that allowed me to hold on all this time. But now, the bedtime story is finished. And it's finally time to rest.
It's all coming apart. That's what told you it was Caribert. It's the little handkerchief he had tied on him. Because the dad tied that on him.
Looks like I was too late to see Caribert one last time.
No way.
Caribert's consciousness is gone.
Really, Genshin?
This will soon disappear along with it.
Sorry.
Neither of us belong here.
That made me so
That's why we're
mad.
not tangible.
Oh, she does see us though.
Were that not the case, I'd love to hug you too.
But the fact that we could have actually seen her and Dain made us leave. Like, that was the most important thing. Why did Dain do that? Oh my god.
The chance to just stop and talk like this is certainly not easy to come by. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I almost can't believe it's real.
That battle earlier was tough. The one against Dain, I mean. I didn't expect that after everything, he would still hesitate to raise his sword against me. Were it not for that, perhaps I'd still be no match for the Twilight Sword. Even after 500 years.
What exactly are you planning? What are you going to do with the Loom of Fate?
The Loom of
still haven't found a way to utilize it to its full potential. But there's still time before the heavenly principles awaken.
The heavenly principles are still asleep?
Yes, for 500 years now, ever since the cataclysm in Conria. There's been no sign of activity. Not long ago, you witnessed the Hydro Archon destroy her divine throne. Yes? Such a flagrant disregard for the rules, and still Celestia took no action. I suppose that's proof enough of the Heavenly Principles situation.
Yeah.
However, the Heavenly Principles will awaken. We just don't know when that will be, or what might trigger it.
Man, I'm still mad at Genshin. I'm still mad. Like, we've waited so long for this moment, and now we didn't even get it. You really hate the Heavenly Principles, don't you?
You could say that. Just look at Caribert. He was so pure and single-minded. The space we now find ourselves is a perfect representation of who he was. Quiet and peaceful. Even as a hilly churl, seeing the terrible sight within the mirror wasn't enough to taint his spirit.
Yeah, it's actually kind of sweet if you think about it.
He brought comfort to the people of this world, even though he was denied the very right to be a part of it. So ask yourself this. Who was it that deprived him of that right to exist? Of course, that's only one example. My feelings about the Heavenly Principles are too complicated to explain in just a few words. Ether?
You're the only one in this world who calls me that. There's so much I wanted to ask you, but for some reason, I'm not interested in asking those questions right now. There's just one thing I have to ask. One thing I could never understand. Why? Why can't we continue our journey together?
They're showing that the two clay statues, or whatever, that they made, that the Caribert and the girl from the village made, and they could never be together. And we can never be together. So I think we're supposed to draw parallels between that.
At the end of my journey, I arrived at a place known as the Sea of Flowers at the end. Do you remember? A long time ago, when we traveled between worlds together, you told me you wanted to find a place in the universe where that one flower was in full bloom. To have a place like that suddenly appear before me. Well, would you think of that as a coincidence?
You mean?
I miss you too, Ether. But as this war continues to rage, and as I continue to seek that final answer, I don't even know how to face myself sometimes, let alone my own brother.
What's going on?
This space has lost its tether. I doubt it'll be able to exist much longer.
Oh my.
In fact, aside from our inability to physically interact with each other, there's something else you should know about this space. With Caribert gone, we won't be able to remember anything that happened here. Everything in space will be wiped from existence, including all memory of our reunion.
You're only telling me this now?
Oh, I'm so mad. But I also feel like I've been played. That's why I'm mad. But I knew it. I knew it was gonna happen, so I shouldn't be upset.
Still so sleepy. Paimon's head feels all fuzzy.
Okay, we got some good different music. That's promising. I'm just upset because I don't understand what Lumine was even saying. Like, what did she mean? We're gonna have to backtrack and think about it, but maybe they'll give us more information.
Oh, Paimon woke up a little earlier than you, so Paimon will fill you in. The villagers said that they saw us sleeping near the village yesterday. They couldn't wake us up no matter how hard they tried, so they decided to just bring us back here. Oh, and Dain came by just now. It looked like he was injured. He didn't say anything, though. Just made sure that you were all right and left. Kinda seemed like he had a lot on his mind, but that's Dain for ya.
Nope, he never changes.
Let's think for a second. We were in that memory, and we saw that guy you called Caribert. He was the missing villager that we've been trying to find, right? And after that, Paimon doesn't remember what happened.
Caribert and I talked for a while. He told me about the Limb of Fate.
Wait, really? What a score!
I guess our commission is complete then. The missing villager, the person who existed in people's memories. Was Caribert all along. But now that he's gone, I'm not sure how to explain things to the villagers.
Well, what happened after that?
Huh. I can't seem to remember. How about that, Hoyoverse? Maybe I'm just tired. I feel like something else happened, but why can't I remember? I almost feel like I lost something. Oh.
Ah, there you are. Sleep well?
Bayram, you sure seem happy. Did something good happen?
Something good? Oh, wasn't anything good or bad, I'd say. It's just that, well, the village organized another search party yesterday. It didn't feel right to leave all the searching to the adventurers. So there we were, searching away, when suddenly this one guy said it all came back to him. According to him, one day around dusk he was passing by this one tree outside the village, and he saw our missing villager. There he was, sleeping under that tree all by himself. His parents came a little later to wake him up, and they all left together. They looked like quite a happy family, apparently. And after that, well, we all started to feel like that really is what happened. Kind of strange that we forgot all about it for so long.
Wow, do you think he did that so that they'd have closure? That's how he said his goodbyes. Oh,
and we also remembered his name, Caribert.
Oh.
Now, that's not a name you hear every day. It would have been helpful if we remembered it sooner.
That is a unique name.
Well, I hope he's happy wherever he is. And we're all relieved now that we know what happened.
Seems like everyone thinks Caribert left the village. That's probably for the best. At least we have some sort of explanation now.
Caribert is gone, the Loom of Fate is now complete, and no one else will try to change the villagers' memories.
Paimon wonders how Atos is doing. Maybe we should go check on her. If she hasn't remembered like everyone else, we can tell her what happened. Paimon didn't see her in the village just now, so she's probably at the tree. Come on, let's go talk to her. Hey, Atosa, how's it going?
Oh, it's you two. I was just about to go looking for you. I wanted to thank you. I was part of the search party, so I remember what happened to Caribert now. Honestly, I just can't believe I forgot something so important.
Maybe he wanted you to forget him. I'm sure he wouldn't want you to forget him.
It's funny, but I have this feeling he told me the same thing. I just can't seem to remember when. I guess it doesn't really matter anyway. Life is made up of a series of memories. As long as I hold on to our time together, he'll always be a part of my life. I'm just happy I got to meet him. So, who cares what happens in the future, right?
But she really liked him.
Okay, I'll admit, I'm just putting on a brave face. I was dumped, wasn't I? Otherwise, why would he just leave like that without saying goodbye?
I'm sure he had his reasons.
You don't need to comfort me. I'll be okay.
That's like such a cop-out answer, though. Oh, I'm sure he had his reasons. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's just
I
like
don't know.
Caribert said. It's the things we overcome that make life more precious. And you know, if he has a heart, maybe he'll come back and see me one day. Anyway, thanks for all your hard work, you two. I promised I'd help Granny Jahiet with something, so I should head back. Goodbye.
Well, that should be it, right? Everyone's lives can go back to normal now. Oh, right. Weren't you about to tell Paimon what happened after your conversation with Caribert?
Right, what was it that happened? I can't remember. Feels like there's something in my pocket.
A picture? Where'd that come from? Let Paimon see.
You must get along with each other, the two of you. Caribert's in the picture? He wrote in Conrian. I can't read that, bro. That is so cute. I really like that. Oh. That was precious. Oh. We did it. We did the thing. Anyway, that was a heartwarming story and a bit much for me, so I'm sorry for not saying much, but it got me in my feelings. But I did really enjoy it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we will definitely be back with more Genshin soon. See you guys later.